Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life.
Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yamini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God.
This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in honor of the Cohen family. May Hashem bless them with much health, success, and happiness. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Re'eh. Our Parsha continues Moshe's final address to the Jewish people. He informs the nation that depending on their actions, they can either be beneficiaries of the blessings or, heaven forbid, curses. The blessings will come if they obey Hashem's commandments. However, suppose they defy God's laws, they will feel the depths of his anger, chas v'shalom. Moshe then commands them that they proclaim these blessings and curses on Har Gerizim and Har Eivel as they enter the land of Israel. Moshe then repeats many laws and commandments, the laws of Ma'aser Sheni and the laws of Shemitah, a list of kosher birds, fish, and mammals, the laws of a false prophet, the mitzvah of charity, tzedakah, and the many laws concerning the Yom Tovim, the holidays of Pesach and Sukkot. However, a question comes to mind. Our parsha begins with Moshe declaring, Re'eh anochi nosen lefnechem hayoim bracha uklala. Behold, I place before you today a blessing and a curse. The term Re'eh, behold, is denoting to a singular person. But then Moshe continues with the word lefnechem, before you, a pluralistic word referring to the entire nation. Why did Moshe first use a singular term and then switch to a plural one when addressing the Jewish people? One of the many answers given is that Moshe is telling the nation that they have free will. They have the power to choose right over wrong, good over evil. This freedom is especially important when the majority of people are going in the opposite direction. Moshe first used a singular term to remind the Jewish people that the power and capability to decide our actions lies within each one of us individually. And only once you choose your course of action can you begin to look and join others who are doing the same. However, the Kli Yakar gives a deeper and more powerful explanation. He explains that Moshe Rabbeinu is not only telling the Jewish nation that they have the power to choose, but instead, because they can choose, each individual act matters on a grand scale. Every time we make a choice, we do not only affect ourselves, but in fact, we influence and impact the rest of the world as well. The Rambam in Mishnah Torah in Hilchos Tshuva writes that a person should always look at themselves as equally balanced between merit and sin. For the world is similarly balanced between merit and sin. And if one performs a sin, they tip the balance and that of the entire world in the side of sin. However, if one performs a mitzvah, they tip their balance and that of the entire world to the side of merit. As Shlomo HaMelech writes in Mishlei, B'tzadik yesod olam. A righteous person is the foundation of the world. That every person who conduct themselves virtuously and honorably can sway the balance of the world for good and save it. In our daily life, we must remind ourselves that what we do matters. For every action creates a butterfly effect that impacts and can change the world. This is especially important for us as the Jewish people, for we are all inherently connected. Thus, each one of our own individual futures lies in every person's hand. There's an amazing quote that I once heard. Act as if what you do makes a difference, for it truly does. Have a great weekend and a good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.